Hi, I'm Danielle Shay, and I'm the Director of Options at Simpler Trading, and I'm going to bring you through today's Daily 5. So today I wanted to talk about the semiconductors. So this is a really strong industry group. I think it's one that's going to be poised for continued growth, especially due to a couple different situations here. Number one, you see these white dots. What that is consolidation right there. This is what we like to call the squeeze. You can also see it just based on the fact that the price is kind of hovering right here at the moving averages. You've got the moving averages all kind of stuck together there. So you can see this consolidation, but we have positive volume going into this. Now you will note there's a couple areas of resistance right here at about 175, then up at 180 as well. But I continue to believe that the semiconductors are a really strong industry group that have a lot of potential for growth, and I'm banking on a break through this area of resistance and a trade up into the $190 price point. So whenever I notice a decent setup that's not only technical but also macro in nature, really due to the fact that everyone's working from home, we have people that are going to be continuing to set up home computers. You, of course, are going to have your smartphone, laptop, all that good stuff. I think this space is going to continue to grow on a macro level as well. So whenever I notice a setup in an ETF, I also like to break it down into some of the top relative strength tickers within that space. So the first one is going to be Nvidia. Of course, Nvidia is one of the darlings here of the chip makers, and it's come so far, but I still think that there's more room for this to run. Again, we have our squeeze. This is our consolidation that is likely going to break out to the upside, following along in the direction of this gorgeous trend. Again, we do have some resistance at the 550 price point, but upon a break of that resistance, I'm going to target 600 and then 620 after that. You also have the positive volume, and you have a catalyst here because you have an upcoming earnings report. And typically when you have a bullish company like this, you get a nice run into earnings in that ticker as bullish investors pile into it, wanting to be in there prior to their earnings report. And as you can see, last quarter, when we reported earnings, it just continued to go straight up from there. So I'm looking for the same situation next quarter. I also love AMD, so I think it's a really affordable price point as an $81 stock. You have that positive volume. On this one, you don't have as much consolidation like you have on Nvidia and SMH, but you do have a really nice cup and handle pattern. You have a hold of the 50-period simple, which I love. You have an earnings report coming up. And again, you have some resistance at the previous highs, but overall you have a nice round target at the $100 price point. So I trade these in stock, just buy and holding stock, but I also trade them in the options market as well. This is a great example of one that I would like to trade in the options market because it has such a nice round number for a target. It makes for some great butterflies. It's a really good low risk, high reward strategy that I like to do when I have a specific target. So the next one's going to be AVGO. Again, you have that squeeze. You have positive volume up above the zero line. That's something that I like to look for. You have a hold of these moving averages, just a really strong technical chart overall. And I mean, this chart has done really well since the lows in April and March. So moving forward here, again, you have that resistance right around 369, and then you have an area for target right at the 400 and then 450 price point. All right, so the next one is going to be Qualcomm. Looking at Qualcomm here, so I like this one a lot. Again, it's a chip leader. You have a nice pattern, pull back to the 50-period simple, which provides a great buy point. You also have a daily squeeze. You have this positive volume. And then you have, again, this run into earnings. With Qualcomm, I like it for a 130 price target. with, again, some resistance around the 118 price point, which is going to be where your resistance is going to come in. So with all these tickers, I do like them for buy and hold as far as stock is concerned, trading them with stock up to those targets. But I also like trading them in the options market. So typically for the options market, what I like to do is I like to sell put credit spreads, buy bullish debit spreads. I also like to buy butterflies, all that kinds of good stuff. It just really depends on what the options chain looks like. But that has been your daily 5. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like some more education, you can follow me on Twitter at Trader Danielle or on Facebook. I also have a free newsletter at 5startrader.com, and you can check out my options picking service by going to simplertrading.com/StockCharts. Within this options picking service, I have monthly live trading, interactive Q&A, real-time trade alerts, a weekly watch list, my trade spreadsheet, my newsletter, and more. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.